Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
There have been many poorly written applications lately.
Okay, there we go.
I guess
Things
I'll
look
just
to be
have to
alright now. So I think we can consider ourselves live. Hey guys, it's Bumper. Hope you're having a great day today, and if not, hopefully I can make things a little bit brighter. And welcome to Genshin Impact. I can't wait for today. I've been waiting for a while to get back to the Natlan story. It hasn't been too long since we did Act 2. I think that was about like a week or two ago, somewhere around there. But now we're pretty much right on the updates doorstep. About, what was it? It was 2 days ago. 2 days ago was the update. Right? And thankfully I've not been spoiled to much anything about the Archon Quest. Woohoo! That's always a thankful thing whenever that happens, because I have to stay on top of social media, and sometimes that means spoilers, but I have not seen much of anything of importance or that I didn't already suspect. Right. So, today, if you couldn't tell, I might talk about the Archon Quest. We're going to be getting on to Act 3 of said Archon Quest. And let's see. That would be, I believe it's, Beyond the Smoke and Mirrors. And we're going to focus in on this, and hopefully it will let us go in without having to do extra quests. Let's see, are we on it? Beyond Smoke and Mirrors, there we go, okay. Hey, let's get this started, shall we? And, oh, wait, till 2, we already have to, why are we having to wait till 2 days later? That makes zero sense. Why is that the first thing you already had to do in the quest? Like, time has passed for most people since we did the last Archon Quest, so, whatever. Fine. It only takes a second. No worries. Okay, now where do we go?
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
I was going in the completely wrong direction. Whoopsie doodle. Thankfully we can just teleport over. But let's see what's going on around here. Hello, people of Natlan. How are you doing? Good to see y'all today, and it is wonderful to be streaming. Anyone I recognize around here? Not at the moment.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
I like the music here.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Would this be for the imposing doom of the Abyss, like, attacking?
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion.
Ah, gotcha. Makes sense. Prepare in advance.
So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp, and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to a much faster response time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once.
I wish it would stop doing that thing where it starts the audio like a second later than I would have expected it to.
So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
But the threat of the Abyss is still far from over, and the less work we take, the less we'll earn. We need some money, probably, for all the upcoming adventures, you know? But more importantly, Abyss.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Yeah, that would be good.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. And here we are. Alright, so in case some of you are unaware, right now there's a voice actor strike going on in the video games division of the SAG-AFTRA, I believe it is Actors Union. You can see the little icon up on the top left-hand corner currently of their little icon showing support. Or did I keep that on? I'm going to keep that on until the strike is over. Or in case you don't know what the strike is for, it's basically to get the companies who are the studios, those who do the voice acting, who provide where they can record and have directors and such, have them sign a contract for the voice acting of where basically they'll say, we will not use your voices for AI without permission. But they're not doing that. Some of these studios was agreeing with the union to do that, so currently they're on strike to try until all these studios are willing to go and sign these contracts. But until then, any studio that is under the ban, and basically of that they have not signed the contract, the voice actors the voice actors who are under the union cannot work for that studio until they sign anymore. And one of the studios that is part of this ban for the strike that the actors part of the union can't do is the Genshin Impact Studio Formosa. It's where a lot of voice actors for Genshin go. Oh, not including Paimon, of course, because she's in a lot of things, but basically, if you hear a voice actor in this, they're either non-union or not working at the Studio Formosa, which is one of the banned studios. But, of course, obviously, Kachina is part of the union, or Kachina's actress is part of the union, so she is one of the voice actors who will not have a voice in this quest because of it, or any upcoming quests until the strike is over. So that means I think I'm gonna have to do the voice acting for any characters who do not have voice acting so that we can have a little more natural flow of this. I apologize for any stupid voice acting that sounds really bad, but I'm just trying to make it feel a bit more natural, so I'll see about trying an impression of these characters, and if it doesn't work out, I will just talk normally, but let's try an impression of Kachina. So if I remember, I listened to her voice lines before this, and hopefully I won't sound too stupid. So, let's see. Is that Bumper and Paimon? Hello, hello.
Oh, hey, Kachina. Are you feeling better now?
Yep. Now really isn't time to stay at home and recover. Anyway, I want to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Impressive, Kachina. Just don't push yourself too hard. I'll do the best, and also make sure to stay out of your way. The last thing I want is to add to your work. Oh, by the way, Xilonen told me she was ordered to forge you guys an ancient name. She said... I can't read. This is gonna be fun with with my probable dyslexia. Oh gosh. She said that she's all set and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet Xilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting in my opinion that you can forge one of those. That you can actually make it and it's not something just like gifted down from the heavens or something. Xilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give her full attention. Then we should probably thank her when we meet. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If that's okay, maybe we can go see Xilonen together? She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Yeah, everyone's so proud of you. You're the future of your tribe. On second thought, but maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while. Kachina. Poor little thing, a little too shy. And that is the start of the quest. I was kind of hoping that she would just kind of disappear after that so that I don't have to do the high-pitched voice. I'm trying my best to do... It's hard to imitate some of these characters. And I know that Kinich, each in English brain, and reading that, how are also unvoiced in this, so that's gonna be fun. Gosh, how is gonna be a mess. I apologize in advance. Oh my gosh. So let's see, where do we have to go next? Out here, alright. Let's go. Wait, is Xilonen also in the Geo tribe? 2 Geo characters in the Geo tribe? That's kind of, like, makes sense, but also a little redundant at the same time to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'll try to see if maybe I can get a little closer to Kachina's voice, but we'll see. Xilonen, I brought back the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worth a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation.
Why, thank you.
Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yes. I would have thought mavuika already would have told you.
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
I would have thought mavuika would have told you. Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else.
Please do not.
But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
Well, then why did she ask for it?
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. I feel like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yes, but we did one here. You could count us going into the Night realm, whatever it's called. Sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mavuika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time Xilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby. What? Why?
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon.
I guess. By the way, why does she have so many lightning bolt symbols on her when she's Geo? Like, that doesn't make much sense. That'd be like putting a snowflake on a character that can use fire powers, like as a fire elemental. It would be weird.
If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other. Yeah, let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Citlali.
Granny Citlali? So wait, is she like another... Faryuzan? Like another... If I remember correctly, she's the one who has like a light purple hair and kind of a purplish look to her, and she's cryo. And if I remember correctly, she also does not have any voice acting in this quest, and she's the only voice line she has had in everything of the media is just like 2 lines from the trailer. Like that 2D animated trailer where we got introduced to all the characters that would be coming out in Natlan. Oh gosh, I've basically got to create a whole new voice since all she was doing was screaming whenever that trailer came out. I checked to make sure, and that's all that they have. Gosh darn it.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm sure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us. Wait, why? What?
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Oh, it's because we broke that thing that she made.
Well, yeah, at the cost of her her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Huh?
Great going, mavuika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Oh, let's ask Kinich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already familiar and face to her.
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Alright, Kinich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great, then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Alrighty then, let's see. Oh, we can just go up there now. Nice. Don't have to do any meandering. Can just go over. And now I have to voice 2 characters who don't have voice. Technically free if we can consider a how. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of the Night Winds and convince Citlali to give you a chance. I'll also take the chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer her an apology in person.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kinich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright, we're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Because we saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes, and then Maulani set out a ton of knowledge and memory suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero as well as the current situation of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Xilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Ororon. He also hails from the Master of the Night Wind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. I knew it was that guy who was suspicious of him! Because he was standing in the trailer next to Capitano in the 2D trailer where we met everyone. I've had a feeling. It's the blue guy. He was probably the one talking to him at the end of the last Archon Quest. I knew it. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Citlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Citlali knows him too?
Citlali, sorry. That's right. Ororon is an orphan raised... I'm starting over. That's right. Ororon was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Night Wind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he has had something of an odd reputation his whole life. Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Night Wind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Ororon, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Ororon, okay. That's right. So in this sense, Ororon and Citlali actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice Ororon's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Ororon joined the Fatui voluntarily or if he was coerced. Citlali is probably eager to prove that Ororon hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go talk with her.
Oh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes, if you're all on board with that idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Citlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auron situation. Good idea. This way we can get 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. Plus, we kind of owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Mollypo Kinich. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I'll head out right away. Take care, Alfred Kinich. I'll be heading back as well. There are still quite a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
I was kind of wanting to voice a How. I was waiting for him to pop out and be able to do a crazy voice. Wait until the day after tomorrow. Okay. But we shall see if a How actually pops out or not, because I really want to try doing his voice. I like doing crazy voices like his. Not that it's not going to be a little screechy, but it'll at least be fun for me to do. I'll try not to absolutely break out my microphone into a, wait until the morning of the day after tomorrow. Okay. That's not, wrong thing. Morning. I guess that can be considered morning. But anyway. Hey, hopefully I don't peak my mic. Here we go.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Xilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Oh, we need to go back in. Okay. Run back into the... I don't even remember where this is. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Children of Echo's tribe. Here she is. Hello. How you doing, Xilonen?
Hey, Xilonen. How's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have, bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kinich a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
Please, we need her help.
That's true. Let's go!
Alright, teleport away. Let's go. Hopefully y'all are enjoying this far, even without all the voice acting and me having to do some of it. Unwoman team here, some of it.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, mavuika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
I can tell. She is very much the leader type, but still, yeah, as you said, friendly.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Citlali, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous?
Paimon.
You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know.
I hope she's not hearing this.
If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
She's right behind us, isn't she?
Oh, really? So So, that's how you see me?
Okay, so there is voice acting for her. Never mind. I thought there wasn't. Maybe it's the next Archon Quest? I don't know. But at least now I can get used to her if it does in the future go away.
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
You do not look like an old lady.
Huh? Citlali.
Huh?
Wait, you're Citlali? You're Granny Eatstly?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny.
Yeah, she seems like Faryuzan, but the opposite. She doesn't want to be recognized for her age.
You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
Okay, that's quite humorous. You're saying you're a trope, basically.
Oh, wipe that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Honey, you look like you're barely out of teenage years.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
Oh, so she... But why... That doesn't make sense. So she's not actually older? What? Are you delusional? Are you Delulu? What? You were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out. You definitely left things out, if that's the case.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that... your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Citlali. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kinich's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No?
True, I guess. Yes, but at least then we don't have to think that, oh, she's not showing up, leave, and then we miss each other. Possibly.
But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology, only to hear you all talking smack about me.
What is that emoji, like with the eyes?
Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Yeah, it looks like it. Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh, or even more rude not to laugh?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Xilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So mavuika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's gonna be a bit of a problemo, so we need your help.
And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds.
I guess that would be a decent descriptor of us.
A weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me, what was all that supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
There might be a bug on her shoulder or something.
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
What? Okay, yes, that's for the best, because that possibly could have brought us, like, bad luck or something.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Thank you, I guess.
It was nothing. Xilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Now that sounds like a cool being. I want to meet him.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain.
Yeah, let's just stick with the simplified version of things, you know?
Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream.
Okay. Kind of honestly doesn't surprise me, somewhat.
But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
Sure. And you know what? That actually makes even more sense, because those accessories on her hair look like dream catchers, honestly.
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with Citlali to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
We've fought them plenty of times, but I'm a little scared of possibly fighting Capitano, since we barely, if Miss Arlecchino wouldn't have been willing to let us go, we would have easily been dead.
We'll be sure to play it safe.
Alright, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroran's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time.
His what? Do what, huh? Phlogiston aphids? Aren't aphids bugs?
And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
So maybe he isn't working with them with his own will, but the last quest didn't make it seem like he had any problem with working with Capitano either.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him?
Aphids, I guess he does have pet bugs.
That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
Hey, we already agreed to it, so let's go. Come on. Chit-chat, let's stop it and let's get going.
You can count on us.
Yeah.
Alright, then let's start by heading to where Auroran was seen last.
And where would that be? Over here. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I feel like things need to pick up in pace a little bit if we want to have like a really like banger ending of whenever it comes to Act 5, but who knows, maybe it will. Well, let's just wait till the end of this quest before we think, yeah, this is a flunk or something. Is there any of the green guys? No, of course there's not. Yeah. Guess we'll go over here. This was the last place he was seen. Interesting spot.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroran speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroran really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information.
Well, I don't think we'll know until we find some more clues or find him for sure, whichever way it is.
However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kinich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Yeah, true. Could you tell us a little more about him?
Auroran? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden.
Very simple little life. Doesn't sound too bad, actually.
He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements.
Ooh, nice. Let me guess. Use our elemental sight.
Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
that trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
Woo. Sparkly. Give us the magical power.
Huh? How about now?
What do you see?
Yeah, it's like one of the paths that the trails that we see from our elemental site.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
Yeah, it would make sense since we're kind of like a conduit for a lot of things, you know, like with the elements and such, and the Statue of the Seven.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted.
Again, it seems like we're that way with a lot of things.
Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way!
Let's
Citlali
lead
might
the
say a lot
way.
of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What? What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
I can't tell if she actually is old or not.
But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Again, she's like the opposite of Faryzan.
Huh?
What? I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't with my ears. Was it all in my mind?
Was that Citlali's voice?
Can we hear each other? Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. It must be a side effect of the spell she cast.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
So now we can hear her thoughts like telepathy? Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Citlali.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Should we let her know so that she doesn't get embarrassed by anything, or we don't hear something we shouldn't? You bet, just leave it to us. Alright, let's go. We probably should have told her, but
Hey,
whatever.
looks like there's a new camp over there. Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
What?
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened.
Or maybe he needs help from us to stop something? Not necessarily. Maybe he wants help to try and fix something.
We've got to find him. Fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire.
Wait, is Ororon your grandson?
No. I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Can we just ask her already, like, so are you and Ororon related in any way, other than just knowing each other? And we could find out?
Body and
No?
mind.
Okay. Let's keep going then. Oh, we've got 2 minutes chat. Dammy Makinov? Hello, thank you for the little heart emoji.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up.
It looks like it's going in the forward direction along the path. How is it jumbled?
I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
So does that mean a fight occurred here?
Kinich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
Yeah, Paimon's gonna blow our cover, but she knows what Citlali is saying in her head.
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
By the way, I'm proud of Paimon for not going off the deep end after her Citlali calling her a brat in her head. Anyway, seems like Ororon found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Citlali looks pretty worried. Indeed, by judging by the distress signal from before, Ororon was probably being held by the Fatui, so given the difference in numbers, you probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Okay, guess we'll go right, you go left.
Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So I guess just the telepathy doesn't go both ways.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Citlali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
I guess it does, but either way, we need to head this way. Wait, can we actually, like, talk to her? I want to see if there's anything special if we do.
Don't think there's anything here. How about we check out somewhere else?
Alright, I guess you go forward with that. I'll go this way. And back to the trail we go.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
What do you think we're doing, Paimon? We're going this direction. Let's see. This way? Hello? Oron? You here? There are traces of phlogiston here, but... phlogiston, sorry. Phlogiston here. There are traces of phlogiston here, but...
Did you find something?
I found some traces of phlogiston. I can't remember how to pronounce it, phlogiston here, but the trail completely ends.
Huh. So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here.
How about we just follow a path like a normal person and see if it goes anywhere? If it leads to him.
That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Paimon's right. This is extremely strange. Also...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
Well, there he is. Huh? Whose voice was that just now? Paimon? What the... Huh? Who, the, what, the, where? Why, how? What's going on? Are we going somewhere? What? What's going on? Hello? We're back in the Night Kingdom. The Night Kingdom? How did I get here?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Hello, Auroron, I think.
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for.
But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke.
So you did do it by your own volition.
My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to
We're meeting him finally, yes! It's the captain!
Greetings, traveler from afar.
We're finally meeting him. Let's go! Why, hello, Captain.
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
Okay, then. So, Il Capitano, what are we doing here? What do you want to talk about?
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So you are working together. What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Okay. I guess if it's just to talk, I guess I could entertain the idea.
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust mavuika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
Okay.
If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
Alright. Yes, sir. Aye, aye, Captain. Sorry.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Alright. I'll do it for her sake and kind of to help you, I guess. Paimon?
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all, at least.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
Yeah, it just felt a little funny. I'm good.
Citlali! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
No, I'm fine. Just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. But why should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Citlali right now. Does that mean giving up on the lead? I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Night Wind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything. Good idea.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
No worries, just thanks everyone. I'm feeling okay now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now. Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry. Don't worry, Paimon.
Alright, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all.
Very good analogy, actually.
But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Alright. Sorry, hold on. I need to check something. Alright, so sorry, just need to check something on my phone, make sure it wasn't anything important from work. Oh, we're good. So let's head on out. This way. Let's go. Hypham. Please don't be stuck. Let's use this to get around a little faster. Over here, I guess?
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
There's the boy.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Auroron. He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
Alright, we'll take the lead.
Guess let's just kick some Fatui butt now.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
What does that mean?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
Ooh, okay, calm down, Citlali.
Citlali's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1! Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Is there any of those little... No, there aren't. I was hoping that they'd have some of the sparkly things that these little guys can swallow, but I guess not. Just, you have to use the classic tried and true. That's okay.
Oh, my sword! Rain cutter!
Okay, this guy is probably going to be a bit more of a pain in the butt because of that shield. I didn't get him soon enough. Yeah, I know I'm using that, but I'm the electro-shielded character, but still. I just realized I was attacking them without attacking this guy first. I was dumb. Oh. Using... I should have attacked the healer first. Again, I was dumb.
Get with me! No, my sword!
Here you are.
There we go. There we go.
Auroron!
Oh, sorry. Don't need to electrocute you. Oops, sorry. Okay.
Granny.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eatsley, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, other Granny.
Granny!
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you're also a Granny.
Well, technically Lumine is like 500 plus years old, so I guess she is a granny.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorn vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Oh my gosh, I actually kind of like his personality, at least. His design is personality, I like it. But the teeth, I like, one thing I will say I like about him, the teethies. He's got little vampire teethies.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just, Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
The way he talks definitely has changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret, and even said it'd be for Citlali's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your uncles and aunties?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake.
Calm down, we found him. Not that he isn't out of trouble yet, but still.
You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Sheesh. Calm down.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a... They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to lie about that, at least.
So why did you do it?
Well, by your logic, it's because he had to. I know he did it by his own volition, but still.
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value, and not stop to think?
They are the Fatui, honey. They will do anything.
Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I just realized the little thing on her hip here holding her vision. It looks like a bat's ears, kind of like the Pokemon, what is it? It's the one on Pokemon from Sun and Moon, the legendary Lunala, I think it is. Solgaleo and Lunala, so yeah, it does kind of remind me of them. Or Noivern a bit, too.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Yeah, I don't think he's learned anything, because there was nothing to learn, at least in the way that you thought there was to.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
What is a peace offering?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
He definitely does have a little bit of a... At least he's putting on a bit of a dumb streak at the moment, but he might be a bit pretending just to try and get out of a situation.
Oh, right.
Alright, let's go meet up with the Pyro Archon so that then we can go meet with the captain. Because we need to figure out what the heck is going on. You return to the city with Citlali. You return to the city and Citlali brings you to the speaker's chamber where you recount everything that has happened to Auroron.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Yes, you gotta work on that ancient name, and I have to go meet up with the captain.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Whew. Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal.
Yes, ancient name. Ancient name. Let's go.
Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Xilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, other Granny.
This new grandson of mine is way too polite. Yeah, we know, we're going. That look on his face, he's probably trying to remind me about my promise. Doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Citlali's back. What does he really want?
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
Got a lot of explaining to do.
What? That captain?
Keep your voice down, Paimon!
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you?
No, he just wanted to talk.
Oh, that Auroron. What is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure, but we just need to get more information for now.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Capitano. I guess he doesn't... If he wanted to kill us, he could have just done so whenever we first met up with him. You know? Because, like Auroron said that our soul was, like, very fragile. So, he probably could have killed us then and there if he wanted to do that. So, he definitely just wants to talk with us. Or kidnap us, but still, he doesn't want us dead, at least. So, I guess let's just go and meet him and hope that nothing bad happens. I don't think it will, but let's see if his chivalrous nature is an accurate statement, which I think it was from what we've seen of him, but still need to see a little bit more before we outright confirm it. Is this where we're supposed to be meeting up with him? I don't see him. Gonna fade in like Reaper.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
I think we're fine. Just wait a moment. What? Oh, there you are.
What was that?
How did you sneak out?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too, I guess?
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
No, he's a bat. Obvious from the ear and all the bat wing designs.
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
I just love the little teefies, the little vampire teefies. If only the rest of his design was as good. It's not as horrid as I thought it was, but it still definitely isn't Genshin standards.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Who knows, she might be over like 1,000 years old or something.
Well, I could.
So, what's the purpose of this meeting?
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
I'm only interested in the intel. I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side.
So, I guess yeah, he definitely feels like chivalrous like we thought he was.
If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why? You could easily beat us.
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon mavuika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
Well, spill the tea then. I want to know.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
Well, maybe he is one of them.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back?
You know what? It would be interesting if for once the Fatui actually saved the day. Like, we've already had them, like, okay, in Mondstadt, they kind of just swooped in at the last minute to cause problems. In Liyue, they were the ones who like kind of were pushing on the problems, but it didn't really come to the head until the end with Child, you know. Oh, they were helping Zhongli a little bit, you know, but still. Then there was in Inazuma, there was the whole thing with Signora, like, and Scaramouche pushing on the war. And then in Sumeru, the Doctor was again pushing on the war. But then in Fontaine, we've swapped around to, while, just like this, they didn't agree with the Archon, they were at least trying to find a plan to help people if things didn't go through, as well as push her to get, with Arlecchino pushing Farina to get a better plan. So I wonder if Mavuika's plan is going to fail, and for once the Fatui are going to be the heroes. That would be an interesting plot point. I mean, and that would probably be the last straw to get a lot of people to, by the time we get to Snezhnaya, a lot of people who play, to finally, as well as the Traveler, to want to join the Fatui. Which I think almost all of us know that's going to happen at some point in Snezhnaya.
If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Teyvat, will pay for her mistakes.
Yeah, that's... Since Sumeru and Fontaine, yeah, that's kind of been the case. For both previous nations.
Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
I'm interested, but I would also like to point out, why can I see your actual face shape? Why is it not just a flat... It makes me think if there's an actual human under here. And I don't like that because that could mean they take the mask, and that Capitano takes the mask off, and I don't want Capitano to take the mask off. He wouldn't be cool anymore after the whole debacle with the recent designs ever since Emily, what's her name, the last character that came out from Fontaine. The designs have just not been as good as they should be, and I'd be scared of them designing a new design for Capitano to like be playable without the helmet. I just feel like he'd lose all the cool factor. So please keep it on.
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan.
Let me guess, it's the cost of her or someone else dying?
Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the abyss.
And then the rest of the world to follow with it.
We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation. We don't even know what the backup plan is.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could he mean the Gnosis has something to do with the backup plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged.
Are we gonna have to fight Mavuika?
And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
What now? Who's interrupting us?
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something? Bad news, chump. It's your granny.
Did you punch him? He was just talking to us. Relax.
Citlali! When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
He might not have any breath at the moment after you just punched him in the gut.
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Jeez, calm down. What are you gonna do?
Wait, Citlali! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore.
Yeah, true. And now I've got some questions for Mavuika since Capitano put that question in my head. I feel like she would be honest with me, so can we go talk to her?
So maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me?
Yeah, Mama knows best. Well, in this case, Granny, but still.
You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me, okay?
Yeah, Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment, but if Auroron's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him? Oh, true. Let's go into the city and see if maybe he will dish out the rest of the info. He is the co-conspirator of this, so I'd imagine he has to know. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have joined Capitano.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan?
He wants to save it.
Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Just give the kid a moment to speak. Looks like Auroron has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Maybe you should shut up and listen to him then. Do you want me to talk to her?
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine. A little awkward, but we're kind of used to it at this point.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Jeez, she feels dejected, but calm down, like seriously.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you.
When you're acting like this, no, you're not gonna get through to anyone, like, at all.
Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Wait, what happened? Lore?
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
Huh? There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice? Auroron! Where have you gone?
Did he just do like a shadow shift thing or whatever? Just like leave a copy of himself whoop, and yeet out like while we weren't paying attention?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Well, looks like we're not gonna get any info from him.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful?
Well, it obviously was useful to him. Just not to you.
Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his leg.
Sheesh. At first I thought you were funny, but honestly you're kind of reading off as abusive the more I listen to you. I know you probably have good intentions, but yeesh. Take a chill pill, woman.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial.
Well, we don't know that because you interrupted us!
Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Ah, that brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise Auroron would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can't tell that Auroron's stubbornness has hurt Citlali deeply. I can tell that Auroron's stubbornness has hurt Citlali deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. What was all about that? Bleh. What was all that about Auroron's I can't speak today. What was that about Auroron's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
I don't know what to think. I want to know what's going on.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
It's okay, we can cover our own bill.
Really? You're not gonna take her offer?
Let's just worry about that another time.
That's right. Citlali has gotten a lot quieter since Aurora ran away. She seems to be having a hard time. She's right. We're seasoned adventurers, so we're more than capable of paying our own bill.
Why don't we pay yours as well?
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
I still cannot tell if you are legit about being old or not.
Sure, that's fine with us, but Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Citlali.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Where are we heading? This way. Okay, I guess I'll teleport over here. We're going up? Okay, why are we going up here to go over there? Doesn't make sense. Just go through this door, probably. Yeesh, that was a dumb path. Way longer than it needed to be. Ah, here's the restaurant. Or the inn. Sans. Oh, hello. You're here. Here, I remember you from our last stream. Hello, Sans. How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Three of you walk into a tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice, while Citlali begins chugging down a bottle after bottle of wine. Oh gosh. Guess she's the wine aunt of this group. She'd probably get along with Venti.
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
Jeez, woman is plastered. Oh my gosh. Girl, you drank too much.
But Paimon only sees one person there.
Oh my gosh. Barkeep, can we get something to sober her up, please?
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss.
No, boss. We're cutting her off.
Do you think she's drunk?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't. Jeez.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
My goodness, barkeep. What happened to the rule of, okay, you're plastered, you're done?
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Citlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Well, that's sad, but still. Guess apparently Tevat does not have the same common courtesies about being in a bar or being in a place that serves alcohol.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Xilonen says that she's not actually that old, and you're saying that she's your great-great-granny. Which is it?
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny. I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
Alright, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
I'd hope you'd keep it down entirely. I don't want to clean up Chuck.
Well then, you have my thanks.
After Chunka leaves, Citlali downs a few more glasses and begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. Okay, and I thought she was plastered before. Honey, we're taking you home.
Citlali? Citlali?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Itzley, don't ya?
Not really, and it's funny, but I don't think the eye change fits the art style of Genshin.
Are you still with us, Citlali? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans.
She looks like she's about to cry. Girl, pull yourself together, please.
I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Can we just get her home? I'm getting sick of drunk Citlali.
Granny Citlali, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you.
Me? I guess I am a new kid.
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Absolutely. Thanks for all your teachings, ma'am. Oh my gosh. I've had to deal with people like her, and it's like this, and it's so annoying.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Okay, I think she's... Okay. And she's falling asleep with her eyes open.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, just as I thought.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke. The lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
What?
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes.
What? You're scaring me.
Huh?
Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
This is why we don't drink.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Phew. Okay, it's passed. That was a close one.
Girl, don't drink more than you can handle, and if you can't handle yourself in stressful situations, maybe just don't drink at all.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
Ugh.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
We didn't ask about before.
Are you feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
She looks a little better.
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
I think you just said probably all of it now. Before, whenever you were drunker than a hummingbird drinking and fermented fruit. Well, that is alcohol, but whatever.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame. I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it. Surely, you know the feeling too?
I think everyone does, honey.
Actually, about that.
Should we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Alright, Citlali. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. You described the events that took place during Auroron's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Citlali shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much!
It wasn't all that bad, it's fine.
It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
Has that happened to you?
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
Being in pajamas is not, yeah, it's generic. Eric, rolling around in pajamas or rolling around in general, not generic. Are you okay? You look dejected.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
You should just follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Citlali, just give me the goss already. You already have given me almost all the information about yourself and what you're feeling. Just give whatever left you got. Whatever you've got left. English. You'd probably think it wasn't my first language sometimes. Goodness. It's flat out stupid what I say sometimes. Ooh, cool little viewing spot.
Well, great view, right? I love coming here by myself.
It is pretty.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time.
Don't worry about it.
Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Oh, just give her a chance.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
What? You're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you.
Kind of understandable.
What about you? Are you scared of me?
No. Maybe you can be a little overwhelming, but not scared, Eri.
We don't find you scary at all.
Paimon's right.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
My lips are sealed.
We believe you. Xilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Very true.
Yes, but Auroran's a special case. Mavuika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Auroran and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast.
Ah, so makes sense that him and Chasca are on the same reveal version, for being revealed on the same version.
The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls, and in Auroran's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Auroran into a vessel for lost souls.
Do what? Would that involve him dying or something?
The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroran would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom? Wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroran, would be sacrificed in the process.
Well, don't do that.
I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Auroran escaped with his life.
So he feels like he shouldn't have survived and is trying to make up for it in a way.
Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auroran would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Auroran would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived, and he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Geesh. I don't think it would have been saved, but it would have maybe bought some time.
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Auroron into this.
I hope they aren't going to use him. I don't think even if they tried to, they would succeed, because now he's a playable character, unless they finally decide to kill off a playable character, but still.
Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
Yeah, that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Citlali. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good. Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
Don't worry, you don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Well, guess what ancient name and maybe a conversation with Mavuika, because we need it since you chased off the captain and we don't know what the plan is now.
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning. Friends. I like the sound of that.
Aww. Okay, I'll put you back on my good list. You were, if you freaking out earlier, you kind of went on my list, but now you're back on my good list.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Yeah, we should tell the Pyro Archon what we learned.
You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
She needs to know regardless, because we just need to be upfront with her if we want to keep trust, and besides, she might tell us actually what it is, so let's just try it.
Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's go to bed.
Alright, what's the next part of this? Okay, return to the inn to rest. Alrighty, let's go. I really was hoping we got to talk to the captain more, but yeah, apparently not. He's so cool. I really hope we see more of him soon before this quest is over, but I guess we'll probably see him next chapter, even if not. Aw, take a snooze.
Why is it so noisy outside? Pirates still haven't sleep.
Uh-oh.
Well, guess we should see what's going on.
Is the abyss invading? Fatui? Hello? What's going on? Is someone dying? Is there a fight? What's going on? I didn't hear any noise, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, there she is.
You're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive, especially after all the drinking last night.
Let's not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move.
Maybe the abyss opened up somewhere?
I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss, including the Masters of the Nightwind. I need to head back right away.
The Abyss attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious. The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here.
What about Auroron?
I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. I was the one who vouched for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's Chamber. I'll accept however they choose to handle the situation.
Can we go with you? Because we need to talk to Mavuika.
But I should be able to convince them to let me go back to my tribe first to deal with the attack. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Xilonen right away. Don't worry. I never forget a promise to a friend.
Aw, thank you. But be careful, I'll keep an eye out for Auroron as well.
Thank you. Alright, I need to start heading back.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be really serious. Looks like a lot of people are heading to the stadium. Let's see what's going on.
It's a fight time, let's go. Come on. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, hello.
Traveler, over here! Perfect. Our star Outlander has appeared.
Hello. Maulani, it's been a while.
Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole Star Outlander thing?
The what?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got a real emergency on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills.
Oh yeah, let's go do this. Kick some butt.
Alright, but can we get a quick rundown of the situation first?
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Masters of the Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild.
All at once?
Yes, and the attacks are increasing in frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now, but I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck in the wild. Chasca and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon.
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me.
What about you, Maulani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away.
Makes sense, and your buddy Kachina's there. Say hi to her for us.
What about you guys? We could go together.
I need to talk to the Pyro Archon first. I learned a few things from the captain.
Yeah, that does sound important. No worries. Just leave the Children of Echoes to us.
Thank you for not leaving us on a cliffhanger, my goodness.
Who knows? Maybe yours truly will have the Abyss on the run by the time you're finished.
I know you can do it, girlie.
That would be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe gets through okay. It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that bodybuilding for nothing.
Let's part ways here for now. And most importantly, be careful, everyone.
Oh, and some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier.
Yeah, how about we just all be careful?
Koichi, do we really have to do this now?
It's alright. She's just looking out for everyone. Alright, let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help the others.
Alright, Mavuika, we got some talking to do.
Oh, it's you two. As you can see, things are not looking good right now. People across Natlan are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
Well, you're gonna want to hear this, so you might want to go longer.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
We met the captain.
What? So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn.
Well, is it true? Can a Gnosis do what he said?
I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function. but there's more to the story.
Well, enlighten me.
I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret.
Okay. Spill the tea. I'm gonna go finding this answer one way or another, so you might as well tell me and have your side of the story.
I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy price.
And that is?
The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean...
I have no clue what that means.
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident.
I guess? But it's the dead for the living. I don't know. What? Am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're in the human world and that's just not really much of a worry here.
The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture.
Okay. So let me guess, I would make certain things like the sacred names and everything unusable. But would it stop the abyss entirely, maybe? I don't know. Because I don't know.
Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end. Now it's true, both plans come at a risk, but after weighing our options, this is our best bet.
I'm surprised the Gnosis has this function. Doesn't sound like something an Archon would do.
Natlan is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst-case scenario. Having a contingency plan is our duty, not just to the people of Natlan, but to all who live on this continent. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Oh, one more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme, though.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie.
Maybe you need to have a chit-chat with him then? Or maybe send us to go do so?
Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can answer that question for us.
Pyro Archon just shared an important secret with us, and she seems sincere. Figuring out the captain's supposed new way of saving Natlan is the key.
Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me, even if just for a second.
Maybe a little.
Not even a little! We would never... Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
What? Did you listen to what I said?
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter what, our goal remains the same. We both want to save the people of this land. So now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me?
Not at all, but I want to hear what this last method is, because maybe it would be better than the other two.
You scared Paimon. You've really got a lot of guts, Traveler.
We've taken on gods in the Fatui. Like, not that we haven't kind of hit our cap more recently with Arlecchino, but still.
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mavuika. It's what all my friends call me, and I like it that way. As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer then.
That's great! Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Are the current attacks the beginning of the real disaster?
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several locations at once, I'm confident the warriors stationed in those areas can handle it. Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower, then I'll take a small team to handle the difficult locations.
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
Yeah, how can you fight if you're... That doesn't make sense. If you don't have your power, how can you fight?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the Pyro Archon. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines.
I'm sure you're an inspiration to all your warriors. Just make sure you're not stretching yourself too thin.
Oh, now you doubt my strength. That hurts, Traveler. If we had time to spar, you might think otherwise. Anyway, even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long run. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating consequences.
Yeah, we've already talked about this and how it can affect people.
I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now, I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of Natlan.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
Yeah, it'll be mass hysteria, I think, but I also think a lot of people might join the fight too.
Yes, but that won't be the only response. In any case, that's for me to worry about. I'll let you know when we have more information on the captain.
Alright, we should head out. Maybe we can join up with Maulani. She can't be too far ahead.
Yeah, let's go. Stay safe, mavuika.
No need to worry about me.
Things are a little crazy. I wonder what's gonna happen now. Because I would have honestly expected the quest to end here. Are we gonna run into the captain again? Let's see. Oh, stop. Kazu, we don't need to climb.
Quick, over here! To safety!
Kachina, how many people do you have left?
They've all made it out. It's Bumper and Paimon. They're here.
What's the situation?
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help. We need to rescue them as soon as possible.
We'll go together.
I'm coming too. So where would this caravan be? Up this way. I'll just teleport over. That way it's a little faster. A little less running. What were they out here for?
Stay safe. We've got this.
People weren't supposed to be leaving. What were they doing?
Propagate! Germinate! Carving way! Let's shred, Darcy! Right here! Get back!
Let the mountain veins boil!
Nice.
I really thought I was done for.
Where were you guys? I didn't see you until now.
I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the Abyss isn't after Mora.
I don't think so.
That should be the last abyssal pylon near the Children of Echoes.
Phew. That was scary, but we did it.
By the way, where's Citlali? I thought she would come with you.
The Masters of the Night Wind also got attacked, so she went back to help her tribe. She said we can deal with the ancient name later.
Yeah, that makes sense. The attacks are more urgent. Alright, this isn't a good place to talk. Let's head back to the tribe.
Alright, come on, people, let's go. I guess I can teleport again. This way. Back to the tribe. I don't know what they were doing out there. Were they trying to leave? Because they're not supposed to be.
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh, I should have got here sooner.
The Abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. Before long, Kachina brought over a whole group of warriors, and just like that, we destroyed several pylons as a team.
Good job, Kachina. I was in charge of anything, and we just happened to be together. Still, I think this proves that camping in the wild is a great idea. That's how we were able to respond so fast. Sleeping on the wet grass was pretty uncomfortable, but it was worth it. I don't mean to be negative, but the situation is not looking good.
You mean the situation in the Night Kingdom, right? Yeah, I feel the same way. We've managed to keep it a secret all this time, but more and more people are realizing something's wrong. It's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse by the second, and all we can do is wait.
And we still don't know And we still don't know when the final 2 heroes are going to appear.
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time. Keep pushing, everyone. Every battle is worth something.
You really are an eternal optimist, Maulani. You always find a way to cheer people up.
Why, thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
I learned a few things you should know, actually.
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the crisis, but it comes at a huge price.
And somehow the captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it. Honestly, if he has the same information as us, I can't really blame him.
It's probably because our plan is so risky. We don't even know if the 6 heroes will reunite in time.
We talked to Mavuika before we left the stadium. According to her, the cost of the captain's plan is too high. And, well, it makes sense. If that was truly the better choice, she would have picked it.
Yeah, I trust the Pyro Archon. When I was upset about Kachina's disappearance, she was really sincere and patient with me. Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Kachina. She's already proven how much she values even a single person's life.
Very true.
When it comes to Natlan's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities.
Everyone does in this world, or any world.
Life is important, but so are history and memory.
I'm on Mavuika's side too, to be honest.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seemed like she wasn't holding anything back this time.
The next question is, if the captain found a new way to save Natlan, how come the Pyro Archon has never heard of it?
I don't know, because he's Fatui. He probably has some sort of weird experimentation behind it or whatever. Maybe Il Dottore got his hands, his grubby little fingers all over it again. I don't know. Yeah, and isn't he from Snezhnaya? Why would the Fatui want to save Natlan?
This is all super confusing.
Maybe he's from here? After all Miss Arlecchino, or Favre, wanted to save Eve Fontaine, so maybe Il Capitano wants to save Natlan because he's from here. Not that Arlecchino's from Fontaine, but it would be interesting if he actually was from here, unlike Arlecchino, who was just saying it to get people on her side.
We still don't have enough information. Once we figure out what the Fatui are doing, we'll have our answer.
Let's head back then. Mavuika said her intelligence officers should return soon. With how many Fatui there are, someone's bound to give something away.
Very true.
Sounds good. I have a few theories of my own. With a bit more information, we just might get to the bottom of the whole thing.
Want to join our garrison, Maulani?
I was just about to ask. Count me. If I was just a bit faster, we could have prevented a few people from getting hurt. People who could help us in the next battle. It's all a chain reaction.
Don't worry, girlie. It just happens. Then you should go register right away. It shouldn't take long. Everyone's looking for people.
Register? Nah. I'll just follow you around. You know, go where you go, do what you do.
Okay then. But you have to follow my orders.
You got it. I just don't want to make the trip back. It's so far. Alright. See you all later. Let's get together and celebrate once this is over.
Oh, you betcha!
Yeah, we'll need a victory feast of a lifetime after all this. So, back to the stadium. Yep, just as I thought. So, what are we finding about the captain this time? Because I want the deets. You know, it would be crazy if he was just standing here.
Oh, Chasca and Koichi are here! Wait, are you okay, Koichi?
Koichi?
I'm fine. No need to worry.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
The Fatui?
Did Fatui wounded Koichi?
Calm down and let me explain. Here's what happened.
Oh. Flashback.
Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers. Over there. Do you see?
Yeah, looks like it.
You're right. That's a traveling group from Natlan. Could they be trading for something? Let's keep observing for now.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of abyss monsters all over Natlan, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes.
Thank you so much. I wish there was something we could give you.
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help.
Fatui really aren't all that bad, honestly.
If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by warriors from Natlan.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
But...
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed. Nonetheless, the decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet, we would have employed a harsher method.
Got it. We'll get going now.
Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the Pyro Archon is looking for?
Exactly. We could be onto something big. Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't sense an ulterior motive.
Yeah, they just seemed to be right place, right time, helped him out.
I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save Natlan. But based on what we just saw, it's possible he was telling the truth.
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui this whole time.
Well, half A has to do with what their specific harbingers or like mentality seems to be, since the ones under old Dottore aren't exactly the nicest, and same with Signora or Scaramouche. But in other situations like Arlecchino, kind of Tartaglia, or in this case Capitano, they seem to be doing good, so it's kind of a mixed bag.
It's too early to say. Let's follow them and see what's really going on.
Continuing the flashback, she had to get hurt at some point.
So this is where they were headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all sides.
Koichi, wait for me here. I'll go in and check it out.
Oh, no you don't.
How are you planning to get through all the guards?
By being stealthy, grab a box.
Look, I can use this terrain to my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around, I doubt they'll see me coming.
Do what?
We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't find cover? You won't have anyone to watch your back if you go in alone.
Trust your sister, she'll be fine.
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if the captain isn't here, we can still figure out what the Fatui are planning.
And we know she's gonna get injured. Heard Koichi.
That intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway, so let me come with you.
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already at your limit. I'm confident I can protect myself. I'm not sure you can say the same. At least right now.
I can.
Girl, we already know what's gonna happen.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily guarded Fatui hideout all on your own sounds more reasonable. You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble. I'm not sure you can say the same.
All right. If we start arguing, this will never end. We can't let this opportunity go to waste.
Do I get to play a stealth minigame, please? I wanna.
Guess that means I win. Don't worry, you're not the only capable young person from our tribe. I can handle this.
All right, same plan as usual. We split up, communicate with hand signals, make sure our blind spots are covered, and support each other once we strike. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
Sneaky time. Wish I could play it. I hope you'll let me play it. You're gonna get spotted.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. I should wait for Koichi's signal. Now.
Go! I don't know why we can't actually sneak around like in Mondstadt with getting the liar. I miss that.
Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get. I need to act.
I don't know why this is the gameplay we chose.
Without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal.
Go, 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 go. Now.
That's it. Now's my chance.
Quickly approach the area underneath the platform.
It's no use staying in one place. I should keep moving. Looks like Chasca is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal.
Go, girly. It's time.
Time to move.
Go.
Whew. That was close. Almost got caught.
Are they actually gonna get any intel out of all this? Come on, like, why is this so drawn out? This is barely a game.
Probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance. Now's my chance. That'll show my sister. Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait, I've got it.
What? What's that? Toss out the mysterious sphere. What's that? What? Distraction? Oh, no! The poor little babies!
What's that noise? Did something explode? Oh, it stinks! What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing? I could ask you the same thing!
Oh no, we just started a fight.
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. They've probably had enough of this job already. The people on the hill over there left to help their comrades. This is our chance.
Come on, go, 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 you two!
Come get me, Chasca. I hope she gets this hand signal.
That's Koichi's signal. Smart idea. Alright, time to move. Give me your hand, quick.
Coming!
Don't get seen.
I checked, and this way is completely clear. It should lead us to the deepest part of this place. Well, I was pretty helpful, right? You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me. Not my own sister, though. No, she avoids me like her life depends on it.
Not the time to fight right now.
I was wrong, Koichi. You've done well.
Wait, you're just gonna admit it? Now I look like the mean one.
Come on. Not the time to have this conversation. Just get the intel and get out.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. The more time we waste, the more dangerous this becomes.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll drop it. Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many people. I doubt it's because they're interested in our culture and history.
What is that thing?
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day. And even people from Natlan don't know how to use it. Why would this be the Fatui's target?
Because Capitano is smart, I guess. I don't know.
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for. Took us long enough. Come on, let's get this thing back.
Back? Back where? Should we keep following?
You really want to keep going?
Of course. We make a good team, don't you think? No reason to stop now.
What was that sound?
Uh-oh. We've been spotted. Time to go.
Yeah, I knew it.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What? You'll regret that! After them!
What even was that kind of a distraction? That was a dumb distraction.
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. They'd collected several identical pieces of something.
Yeah, but how did she get injured?
It looked like they were waiting, though. So we decided to come back.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
What, did you sprain your ankle?
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
Okay, so she didn't actually get hurt, like stabbied or something. Okay. Still not great, but better than that.
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble while we were fighting, right? So my perfect record remains.
You've done very well. I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
I know. I'm already reflecting on my actions.
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the Source Mechanism. The device is a complete mystery. even to us. What does the captain want with it?
I have no idea. But it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Gnosis. Xilonen, I need you to gather every scholar in Natlan familiar with the secret source.
I'll get right on it.
Yeah, we need to go know what's going on here.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are gifts from your patients waiting at the speaker's chamber.
What?
I've prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude. I'll send it to your home along with the others.
My patients. That's so nice of them. Guess that means I'm doing something right.
Aww.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for Natlan. I should take Koichi home now.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
I accept. Thank you, Archon.
What are those animal crackers, basically? Can't blame her, those are good.
What am I gonna do with you?
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yummy snacks!
That's all Paimon can focus on. What now? Oh, we're saying goodbye to the two. Okay. I was wondering what we were doing. I would have thought that was again. I would have thought that was then, but nope. Why am I going from this direction? Fine, I guess I'm already walking this way. Might as well. Go back home, get some rest, kiddos. You've deserved it. Where are they?
What's next for you two?
I'm taking Koichi home, with our parents there to keep an eye on her. I can make sure she actually rests.
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two. There's no need to go all the way home.
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal until you collapse. What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I let you rest in a hotel, you're not gonna rush out the minute you hear the alarm?
Yeah, she has a good point.
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, I might. But I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no matter how hard or tiring the work gets.
You can't help other people if you don't get rest yourself.
I guess you're right. But I don't have to like it.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chasca from doing something dangerous.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because of a rash decision.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients. So can't you understand why your own sister would feel the same way about you?
The two of you are the same, you know?
Yeah, they're kind of two sides of the same coin.
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident, always making excuses when things go wrong.
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said it.
Agreed.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate. Neither of us really takes it to heart.
Plus, I guess we are similar in some ways. Maybe I rush into things without thinking, but I learned that from her. We're family. I can't help it if my older sister is a bad influence.
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
This is probably normal for them.
Neither of us are really the type to back down, so we'll always have our differences. But still, we get along in our own way.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize I was right all along. I just need to wait.
Sure, that'll happen.
Be my guest. Come on, let's get you home. See you later, Traveler in Paimon. I'll be back once everything's settled at home.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your family.
See you later.
Bye, you two. Take care of yourselves out there.
Both of you too. Both of you, because you're both crazy.
Those two will probably make up for real at some point, right? Well, we've learned a lot. Let's go over everything that we know so far.
Huh? Footsteps. Oh, Citlali?
Ahem. Sorry for popping up out of nowhere. Again.
Why do you look so awkward? Oh, is there something you need from us?
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to make up for it.
Not really much of a steak person, but I appreciate the gesture.
Awesome! Just give us your orders!
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
The ancient name.
Oh yeah, you mentioned how Auroran has always wanted to save Natlan, and something about his soul being fragmented.
Or that.
Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Auroran is probably back with the Captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, I confirmed it myself.
Found him? Tell me where, because I need to talk to him. Now.
Auroran came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
Oh. Okay.
What? He came back?
Did he say anything?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way he can back out now. Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to Natlan as a whole.
I'm not surprised you let him go at all.
Yeah, same here. I would have thought you'd be dragging him back by the ear.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time. Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him, so he made sure to keep his distance. I kept an eye out for a good opportunity, but it never came. All these years of calling me Granny, and I couldn't do a single thing for him in the end.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
Yeah, he at least did that for him.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around the tribe, dropping by random houses right and left. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Natlan. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Auroran is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but I guarantee I know every single one.
Well, probably most of them, since he's the one who... since you're the one he learned them from.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look.
What's that?
Remember how I said Auroran's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I created to keep it stable. And this gem is what makes the talisman work. It just so happens that Auroran is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him.
So, can you track it or something?
You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things, and he happens to be very good friends with Auroran. Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Auroran would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem, which he no longer needed.
Jeez, you're a smart woman.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
It's incredible.
Most people can't, but I can.
Yeah, you definitely deserve the title of Elder, whether you are or not, because you are quite smart.
That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is much more subtle. He won't notice anything.
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Auroran's memories in this gem.
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I wasn't the one who taught him everything he knows?
Well, let's try and see if we can find the conversations with Capitano, because then we can finally find out what this other plan is.
That's amazing, Citlali. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can finally track him down. I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me for this? You can be honest.
Can't really tell.
Huh, that's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
It's possible. Families disagree sometimes, but as his family, you have to do this.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, and now I'm useless again.
No, you're not. Just things are crazy in this situation.
But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger.
And then start crying and freaking out again.
Yeah, you're right. First anger, then tears. Wait, who are you calling a crybaby?
It's normal. I wasn't saying that you're a crybaby. Yeesh.
You're just making it worse, traveler.
I need to look at his memory. Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, or runs away for good, I don't care, and I won't blame him. A family does whatever it takes to protect their own.
You sure you'll be okay? We can come with you if you want.
Did you just say you'll come with me?
Yeah, we need to figure this out. Besides, I need to know what Capitano's plan is.
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because, right, we need leads on the Fatui.
Paimon's right, we should be there.
You really mean it?
Yes. What? Bruv, we got a nation to save for the 100th time. Yes.
Fine, you can come. Just promise me you'll see this through. No backing out. Got it?
I don't think I've ever backed out of starting a process of helping out a nation.
Don't worry, we're professional adventurers.
Then I place my trust in your professionalism. All right, time to sneak into someone else's memory and engage in some, unwanted spying.
Yeah, it is a little weird, but don't think too much about it.
You heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Ooh, new icon on the right. That's interesting. Veggies.
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future.
You seems nice.
And you? Eva says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Hey! How's it going, Auroran?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Can't complain. What you up to? Naming your vegetables again?
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Who wouldn't want some fresh grown veggies? Give me some fresh tomatoes and I'll chomp them up.
Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chasca's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden. I hope you two didn't get into a huge fight.
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming. That's pretty amazing.
Well, he does seem very adept with certain things.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. It seems like they're looking for someone, but I wouldn't go around asking too many questions. If you run into them, be careful.
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
Well, here's the moment we've been waiting for. Why'd you join? What did he say?
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying, and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
That doesn't sound ominous.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them?
Maybe he was being honest about them going to hurt her.
I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning. I've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort of invasion.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
Well, that's a burn of the century.
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way. I can't describe it.
Familiar? How can he be familiar? What?
What is it?
My lord, I feel dizzy.
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
What? Dude. What are you doing? Whoa.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that? Is he sending those escaped souls back into the ley lines?
Wait a second. So he must be from Natlan if he knows that.
How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's searching for Granny.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularities, assume drill formation and be prepared to fight. However, there's no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm?
understandable that he thought they're probably good, which honestly I think they are in this situation, at least, for sure. Whenever he sees that happen, and they don't go after him after they see him.
I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates refer to him as the captain. Never heard of him before.
Let me guess, he wasn't joined. They're about to attack the stadium, like in chapter 2, or act 2, and now he's going to see them about to fail and bail them out because he believes them after seeing everything.
And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual. What is he gonna do?
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately if this fails.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly wish to do this?
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act. This nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do?
Oh, we know.
They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top?
And that's when he got injured.
Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines. It's faint, like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from?
Capitano himself? Wait, is he like a ghost?
Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
That's when he used the escape technique.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
And here we are, back to what we saw.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Oh gosh.
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out and bite.
And yet, one of those very beasts saved your life.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. Can she really save us? The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So I felt like I had to help you.
Again, what's his plan? Just like, please tell me. I'm gonna shut up, but please don't cut me off before I get to hear it.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my tribe. So, we're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
Yeah, he seems pretty steadfast in doing what he wants to. So yeah, you're not gonna sway him any, bub.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
Need to tell me, because I got no clue.
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange?
Well, I guess that's one way to describe him.
Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Citlali, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub. And the Wyub are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
Oh, great. No, so we are going to find out. Yay!
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Or maybe we will?
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul. A sense of justice.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plan.
You gonna tell us what the plan is? Or are you gonna leave us hanging?
I see. Interesting approach.
They aren't gonna tell us, are they? They just skipped over it.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem.
Okay, so it's different. Using the gnosis still, from what it sounds like. Possibly. But it's doing something different.
By reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Oh. But that would sacrifice memory and whatever, wouldn't it? Because ley lines are memory. And this doesn't have the same construct as the Loom of Fate, so I don't know if this would be uprooting old ones any. I can't remember what Aoife said about the Loom of Fate, if only just that it is constrained by that it can't destroy old ones or change them, but can add new ones. But if you reweave the ley lines, I'd imagine that would get rid of the memories in them. That's still not good.
Traveler, Paimon. Are you two alright?
Yeah, we're good, but we need to tell Mavuika about that plan. Because it's a little cray.
Paimon's fine, just, a little dizzy.
I'm fine. You okay, Citlali?
Of course. I'm so mad at him.
Well, that's a new animation.
After everything, he still can't let go of the past.
I can kind of understand how he feels.
For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. stubborn, self-righteous fool. Where's that gonna get him?
Well, we can't get him out of it now unless we fix things, so yeah. We gotta tell somebody.
Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson, as they say.
Were doing certain things. Capitano's one of the masters of the Night Wind, most likely, since he could use their powers. And they're trying to reweave the threads of fate, the ley lines.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to reconstruct the ley lines? What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But how does that help with the abyss?
The loom of fate?
Long story, you don't need to know.
Oh, it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, it's a device from Conrio that has unbelievable power. Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone in Natlan will be affected.
He's serious. It lines up... Yeah, he's serious. It lines up with everything he said before. He tried to seize the Gnosis for the same purpose.
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Auroran's memory proves that.
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan? Oh, we've got to tell Mavuika about this right away.
Yes, she needs to know about this. Now.
Okay, let's go. Don't cut us off. Don't cut us off. Dang it! And I can't do another stream right now because my throat's dying on me, so I'm left on a cliffhanger. That stinks. Like, come on, why? Okay, well, I guess that's where we're gonna have to end this stream off, because it can't really do anything, because it's gonna be another 3 hours for that quest, and I don't want to start that. Man. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. It definitely has me on the edge of my seat about what's gonna happen next. I do feel like for a quest called Beyond and oh gosh, did my stream go out? Oh shoot. For a quest called Beyond the Smoke and Mirrors, I feel like it was very, like, it didn't have as much of, well, smoke and mirrors, like, misdirection as it should have. But at the same time, I feel like this is just like it's not as strong as it should have been. And I'm not saying it was a bad quest. I'm just saying I don't think that, again, just like for something called Beyond the Smoke and Mirrors, there wasn't enough smoke and mirrors, okay? Not enough misdirection and illusion, you know? Oh, it was pretty cut and dry, and I like what you expected, you know? So it was basically just like, oh, okay, this is happening. Oh, okay, this is happening, you know? There wasn't really any deception and much at all in this act other than Auroran running off and us finally figuring out what the captain was doing or what Mavuika's backup plan could possibly be, you know? Oh, but either way, I enjoyed it, and I think the next one will probably be even better, so I can't wait for that. But that'll have to be saved for another day, because as it's already 6:30 here, I'll be probably past 9 at least whenever we get done, if we started with it now, even when we'd get done. And I've got some other things I need to do today. And if you're watching this anytime in relation to whenever this was actually streamed, I think the next closest time I can probably stream I don't know. I have to wait and see because I need to save time. I need to, whenever I get the next opening in my schedule, I have to wait until I can go to the eye doctor to get some glasses. Because I'm getting glasses because I need them. But, so yeah, I've got to actually, next time that I actually have an opening in my schedule, it's got to go to something else rather than streaming. So I don't know when the next time I'm going to stream is. It's at least probably going to be until next Thursday at the soonest. So either way, if you've liked this, please consider, if you haven't already, subscribing, hitting the notification bell to get updated whenever I'm doing a live stream or have uploaded a video, as well as liking the video if you haven't already as well. And trying to think. Check out my Twitter, bumper_YT. At bumper_YT. I do posts over there. I talk about random things, maybe games or franchises I don't really talk about on my channel because I don't have the ability to, or just it's something that I can't really make content out of. But I still enjoy anyway. Kind of like Call of Duty currently. I can't really make any content about it because I don't own any of the games and they are expensive, but I am enjoying keeping up with the lore with it currently. Or just other random things, as well as I post art over there. Or do random doodles. I'm a little slow, so I'm trying to figure out how to use Nightshade and those things to protect it from AI, you know, so give me some time to figure that out before I post some stuff again, and art-wise. And I also post over there stuff saying, hey, I'm planning on live streaming Genshin or whatever on this day and this time, you know? So check out that and follow it if you want to know when I'm streaming in advance, as well as you can, if you don't like Twitter, keep an eye on my community tab here. Here I post at least the night before that I'm going to stream, even when I'm planning on doing it, the night before the stream. So hopefully I will see you guys in whatever I'm doing next, and that you've enjoyed this, hopefully. But until whatever I'm doing next, whenever I see you, this is Bumper, signing off. Bye, guys.